Dent, 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 What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us once again on the Dstar01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Arafiles, and the laughing man next to me is no other than...
Red leather, yellow leather.
Yes, that's
I gotta
right.
Do my vocal exercises. This is Ron Hunt. How's everybody doing today?
Yes, and today we will be unboxing and reviewing the Bring Arts Final Fantasy Sephiroth Another Form variant. And for you people out there who do not know, this is actually the Kingdom Hearts 1 version of Sephiroth, even though... I know, Ron, you're wondering. I can tell by the look on your face.
got this
There
look.
is no Kingdom Hearts logos whatsoever on this.
Hey, Dexter, there's no logos that
Zero.
say Kingdom Hearts on here.
No.
Why is that?
Because Disney wants all your money. That's right, we want all your money. If you're going to put Kingdom Hearts on there, you better pay me $50 million. That's right, there's no Kingdom Hearts on there because Disney says, hey, if you put Kingdom Hearts on here, we're going to charge you money, Square. So Square said, screw it, we're not going to do that. Instead, we're just going to put Final Fantasy on there. So enough of us talking, Ron. Before we get into this, where can you get this figure at?
You're going to find this lovely, lovely, non-branded, because Disney wants your money, Sephiroth from Bring Arts. You're going to find this at www.dstartoys.com.
That's right, you're going to get this at www.dstartoys.com. Your reliable source for awesome action figures. Enough of us talking, enough of us singing the Sephiroth theme song. We're going to open this guy up. We're going to see how it is in terms of paint detail, articulation and scale, and accessories. And as I'm struggling here to get this sticker here. Yeah, I know. I'm struggling.
It's all right. You know, you're in here in the lab at all points during the day.
Yes.
Coming up with new and exciting ways to
even
bring
if I
these
have
figures
to.
out to people, even when we have to make the music ourselves.
Yes, even though. So we do not get copyright striked, which has happened a lot lately. My goodness, YouTube, stop copyright striking me for putting 8-bit tunes of awesome music. Come on, man. Instead, we're going to have to do it ourselves. So let's look at this figure. We're going to look at paint and detail, articulation and scale, and accessories. Let me just tell you right now. Ron, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful.
That is a handsome man.
This is a very handsome bad guy. Who could hate the man that killed Eris? Oh, crap. Is that a spoiler alert?
No, not really, because if you haven't played that game by now, you've missed out on many memes.
Yes, very, very many memes. My goodness, look at this face. This is one handsome face. You got those beautiful Mako eyes right there. The hair is, well, it's Sephiroth hair, that's for sure. But here's something that I have to tell you guys right off the bat. This is actually silver. Now, Ron's like, well, isn't it supposed to be silver? If you look on the box...
No, it's like a lavender color.
Yeah, I honestly thought, according to the box right here, I thought it was going to be white. Like a darkish white, but instead what Bring Arts decided to do here is to give us a metallic silver hair.
Interesting.
I don't know if this is a right choice, in my opinion. Ron, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at it there, and it definitely does a great job of playing off the light, showing you those highlights, showing you that extra detail that Bring Arts brought into putting this lovely man's hair together there. I am jealous of that long flowing hair, that's for darn sure.
Yeah, you used to have long flowing hair like this.
I used to, but then corporate America called and said, chop off your long, luscious locks.
And speaking of corporate America, Sephiroth said no to corporate America, and that's why he did what he did. He massacred an entire town.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you have to massacre a town or two to get your point across to your boss.
Apparently.
That's how it goes.
So there you have it. That is my issue. It's a very small one, mind you. I honestly thought he would come with white hair. That's how I've known Sephiroth ever since I played Final Fantasy VII. Then I played Kingdom Hearts. It usually is a more dark white, with but then he decided to go with silver, which isn't a bad thing. Some people love the metallic silver in hair. So let's move on to the skin tone. Absolutely love the pale skin. That's how a soldier should look like from Final Fantasy VII and Kingdom Hearts. Let's talk about this beautiful, beautiful coat right here. Whoa. They said, you know what? Let's not put a wire in there. Let's make sure it always looks awesome, and this is how it is. Looks like it is a very rigid plastic. Ron, you want to mess around with that?
Let's reach on in there. It's not super rigid. It's got a little bit of flexibility in there, so you're going to be able to move it around a little bit when you're posing him and everything of that nature. But you know what? You want to get old Sephiroth there sitting down, Indian style.
It looks like we can. Oh, look at that! We can! Because of the fact that it's always going to be like that, You can have him in a more sitting. I can go further than this, but you know what? For now, that actually looks good. If you have a chair or something, he can sit on it properly. Usually, when it comes to action figures with really rigid coats and capes and such, you cannot sit them down because that thing is just not going to move. They decided, hey, let's just leave it like this. It looks more dynamic and stuff like that. That looks absolutely amazing. I love this choice. This is an excellent choice. Ron, do you agree?
I personally do not agree with that
Ooh,
one. Don't
he
get me
doesn't
wrong.
agree. He doesn't
I like
agree.
it. It looks dynamic. It looks great for poses and things of that nature. But you know what? Not at all times is he massacring towns, is he?
I don't know about that.
There are moments where he is standing around enjoying a gelato. And
Maybe some sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts.
okay,
Maybe.
and possibly the sea salt ice cream there. But that cloak area is not always going to be flowing.
Okay, that's true.
So
that's true.
while not everybody likes to do a dynamic pose in some of their figures, sometimes they just stand them on up, and so
that's
it would be
true.
nice to have
That's
that
true,
ability.
Yeah. So I think a wire cape would have been good here, but Bring Arts has not given themselves the chance to do wire capes yet. So so far, this is how it's going to be. You're just going to get this constant dynamic pose in terms of his skirt or coat here. So yeah. That is pretty much it. I guess when it comes to paint and detail, absolutely love the paint here. I can't really find any flaws in the paint. Ron, can you? He's looking really close. Looks like we have some speckles of silver there.
Yep, a little bit of silver there. Looks to be a little bit on the.
Oh, no, it's just some dust.
Well,
Just a little
I'm
bit right
looking
here.
up here.
Ooh, okay.
Over
okay,
here,
okay.
a
Let's
little
look
bit
here.
right in there.
Okay, so we do have some minor imperfections. Ooh, yeah, it looks like in the white armor, looks like we do have some minor imperfections. This is kind of not good considering you're paying about $80 for this figure. I think Play Arts and everything like that also suffers from slight paint quality control. As you guys remember, back in the day, I think almost 2 years ago, we had a Fei Fong Wong from Xenogears, and that also had paint issues as well. So, yeah, it's a hit or miss when it comes to some paint issues, but so far, when it comes to the overall look, my breath is taken away. I've always wanted a
If we were
Sephiroth
to look
figure.
at this in detail, those little bits of extra paint here and there do not take away from the overall look of the figure.
Yeah, I mean,
now, as I'm
he
looking
looks
at
awesome.
him, I mean, maybe it's just me. I do wear glasses, but there appears to be a little bit of a purple highlighting on the inside of some of this stuff.
You're right. Let's look
on,
at that.
on the raises and
let's look here. Yeah, I totally missed that. If you look how the light shines on it, it gives a purple hue to the black there, and that looks really fantastic.
does
I like
a
that.
really good job of
Wow.
highlighting the
Good
peaks
eye,
and the
good
valleys
eye.
there on his cloak
Good
and on his
eye.
shoulders and
Wow.
in the top portion of his
Yeah.
I don't know, his coat. But it definitely gives you a little something extra. Things like that will definitely pull your attention away from the minor imperfections that we're seeing as far as the paint application.
Oh, good eye on that one. So I guess that's it when it comes to paint and detail. Let's move on to articulation and scale. Ron has the trusty ruler. Let's see how tall he's standing.
Let's take a look.
He is almost 7 inches tall. He is menacing. He is tall. And, of course, we got to compare it with the other winged angel. My favorite figure of last year. I know a lot of people are surprised. Really? This guy? Yeah, absolutely. If there's a figure I play with the most, it has to be the Bring Arts Cloud Strife. That figure is my absolute favorite figure, I think, of all time. Yeah, I love it. I'm sorry. I don't care if it had imperfections. I fixed them. I fixed the hand. He only had one hand to hold his Buster Sword, and then I just drilled a hole into the other one, and then boom, now he can hold it properly. This is an amazing figure. I just absolutely love it because I loved Final Fantasy. And to have Sephiroth is even better. So let's look here.
Ooh,
As
he
he
was
falls.
getting ready to cut.
Let's put him back to back here.
Back.
As you can see, that
back.
Sephiroth should be taller, and he is, as it should be.
Absolutely
So
right.
That is that's good in scale. If you guys disagree, let me know down in the comments down below. And since this is the Kingdom Hearts version of Sephiroth, please take Cloud Strife away. We're going to compare him to.
This is not the Kingdom Hearts version. You
Yeah,
can't say
yes,
that.
it is. I could totally say
No,
Kingdom
no,
Hearts.
this is
Listen,
the-
Mickey, I could say Kingdom Hearts if I want to. Okay.
Another form variant.
Yes, it's the other form variant. We do have Sora here from Kingdom Hearts 3, even though Sephiroth isn't in Kingdom Hearts 3, but that's okay. Yes, this is a secret boss, and secret boss Sephiroth, and your Sora, and there you go. There's Sora with Sephiroth right there, and that is a really good scale. And
I
we
was
gotta
just going to say
compare
that scale looks really good.
yeah,
there.
really, really good. We also have an SH Figure Arts Son Goku, Saiyan Raised on Earth. Whoa, okay, all right. and that really works.
Sephiroth is a big man.
Yeah, he's a big man. And we have Marvel Legends Spider-Man from the PlayStation 4. He's even bigger than the Marvel Legends, to my surprise. So the scale works really well with this action figure. Ron, would you like to take away with the articulation there for me?
Alrighty, we are going to get moving forward with the articulation because we know that's what you folks come here looking for.
Yes.
In
Let's
addition
articulate
to our
this
paint
guy.
and detail. So we're going to start, of course, down here there. I just wanted to use the pick because I enjoy using the pick there. But we're going to go down to our feet right here. Now, we do not have a
No
toe joint, unfortunately.
All right.
We've got a very weird...
Oh, hey, it has an ankle swivel.
yeah, it looks like
we
a...
rarely see that in action figures nowadays.
It looks like a sandal, though. And makes it look like, you know, you can kick those off, you know, when he's...
So sidekicks can be working as well, but if, you know, you want to...
Oh, that's a very good
Yeah,
point.
it's mostly made for sidekicks there, so you can get this end to kick them in the face. So that's really cool. I really like that. Hardly any figure does that nowadays, and I'm glad that Bring Arts decided to bring that back.
All right. So moving up to the ankle there, we just have a peg joint there. There's no back and forth, unfortunately, there.
Oh, really? Huh.
Negatory, my friend. We cannot... Well, there's a little bit, but
Okay,
like you
it's
said,
a little bit tight, huh?
it's pretty darn tight. But like you said, this is an $80 figure, and I would hate to go boop and pop this off.
Gotcha.
Right? As we get over here to the knee, we've got a single knee joint there.
How's the tightness on that knee? It looks a little loose.
Loose. I mean, as I'm tapping it down, it reaches that point of no hold anymore.
Okay.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
As long as you can stand, I'm cool with that.
Okay, there's nothing there at that thigh there, so we'll get on up into the groin area
So
there.
you got ball joints at the groin?
That we do.
Okay.
Okay, not quite fighting body.
But he can kick your butt still.
He'll still give you a good old kick there.
Yeah.
As we get to the waist there, we've got a ball joint there at the waist.
Okay.
Little bit of a... I wouldn't call that an ab crunch there because we're there at the base of your pecs at this point in time. So we've got maybe a chest swivel there.
Okay.
Looking at the new McFarlane DC figures, it has something very similar to that.
Interesting. Okay.
Alrighty. As
Can he
we...
hug himself? Not that he needs to. He doesn't love people. He doesn't even love himself.
He can't quite hug himself there, and I'm trying to move this stuff around. Not quite. He can mimic one of the most underrated tag teams of the 80s, the Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch. He can do that one for you there. But he cannot love himself. I mean, he can.
But why would he want to?
But we'll leave that to other folks. As we get over here to your shoulder there, it's just a ball joint there at the shoulder, not a butterfly or anything of that nature. Do we have a bicep swivel? Yes,
we do.
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
Bicep
Very
swivel
nice.
there. Looking at the elbow there, just a ball joint at the elbow, nothing particularly fancy. But we do have, again, swivel there. This isn't the bicep swivel. Bicep swivel's up here.
Okay.
This is an extra swivel at the elbow.
Oh, interesting.
So,
Really?
yep, little something extra there. I hope that's on purpose. I hope I didn't fiddle with it and mess it all up.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be that way.
All right.
Okay, cool.
As we
Very
get
cool.
down here to the wrist there, we've got a peg joint there at the wrist
Okay.
and a swivel on the hand.
Okay, so it's the standard pig swivel.
Yep, nothing
Okay.
particularly fancy there. As
Looks
we
like
get
you
up
only
to the
get
neck,
1 point right at the neck. Is that
only
what it
1 point there at the base of the skull there. We do not have much in the way of being able to move forward there at the collarbone.
So he's exposing too much of his chest. I think if you were to put a articulation point there, it would be a little bit distracting as Ron is removing the head of Sephiroth. Hey, you know what I noticed because you did that? He has an articulation point in his hair. Let's look at that.
Oh!
I didn't even realize that until you took that off.
Trousers.
Let's look at that.
Check that out, folks. Now this hair is not a solid piece. It is a little flexible. Gives you a little bit of room, but there's also an articulation
Interesting.
right in there.
I find it interesting that they put it on the inside rather than the outside. So what would be the point of that, Ron? Why would they put that on the inside? Maybe to put it on the side like that?
Yeah, maybe to kick it out to the side.
Okay, so see if you can finagle that. See
Let's
how
see
that
what we
would
have
work.
going on.
That's
So
interesting.
we're gonna pop that head right back into place, and then
You finagle it to the left or right? No, you can't even do that, huh?
not really. No.
Maybe it's made just to go back and forth.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just to add
Yeah,
another
maybe
layer
it is,
to his
huh?
hair.
But why would it be jointed? See, that's weird.
Well,
yeah,
that's what I'm
see?
saying. Maybe it's just
that's
to
a little
add
weird,
another
yeah.
layer.
Yeah, it's just to add another layer, as Ron said. So you can have something like this. Now, it doesn't look good on the side, but if you look at it like that, that does look a lot cooler. It looks like the hair is flowing from the back there, and that looks really cool.
Definitely
I'd
gives
have
us
to
some
say
layers.
so. Yeah, add some layers and add some more articulation to this guy. Let's get some kicks and stuff right in there.
Let's
Ron,
go ahead.
Can you do a side kick?
Can he do a side kick? Yes.
Yes. Even with this is this hindering? Yeah, it is hindering.
It's hindering it a little bit. Now, I mean, if we went maybe more mule kicky.
Okay, but definitely front kick, right?
Oh yeah, if
front kick.
if he wants to kick in a front door,
yeah, there you go. Bam, right there.
definitely kicking that door, and with the
Citizens of Nibelheim, I've come to kill you all.
yes, he's going door to door there. But he can get that kick there. Now again, this isn't necessarily SH Figure Arts and its fighting body, but it's got you a reasonable range of motion. Now see, this goes back to where I was saying what I don't like about the firm but flexible lower portion of his cloak there. It gets in the way.
Yeah, I have to agree. It really does.
Most of it is just going to be him there standing, kind of brooding. That's kind of it. Not a lot of dynamic posing, in my opinion.
Okay, so let's move on to the most important part of this action figure. I think we all know what this is. We're going to take a second here because it looks like we have to finagle this wing right here. Let's put this together. Ron will take the sword, the Muramasa, and we're going to go from there. Everyone, please give us a second. Please stand by as we figure this out. All right. As you can see, the sword is almost touching the camera.
It's right there.
The Muramasa is literally like just a couple inches away from the camera. It is that long. My goodness, look at the size of this thing. What the hell? Go ahead. Get the ruler out.
Get the ruler.
Let's see the length on the Muramasa there. What the heck?
Measure this bad boy up.
Woo!
It is bigger than Sephiroth is. We're at about 8 and a quarter almost.
You know what? The designer said, screw it, we're just going to go all out with that sword. And they did. Let's look really close here. This thing is massively long. Wow. This is definitely a signature sword of Sephiroth right here. And that looks absolutely amazing with that wonderful metallic silver right there. Giving it that really nice katana-like look.
Really good look to it.
Wow.
I mean, the paint application as you get towards the, I can't think of the finger guard. Can't think of the official term for a katana. No, the hilt is the handle.
Oh, so this one, the guard. It's basically just the guard. Yeah.
But right here, you can see the paint application is a little bit
just a
off.
little.
Just
yeah.
a little off.
It seems like this is a common thing for Bring Arts. It's like their paint is just so-so while everything else is absolutely amazing. And speaking of amazing, let's look at this open wing right here. Wow, doesn't that just take your breath away? This is, wow, that looks so cool. I love how the feathers look. You got this wonderful dark blue that goes into a light blue and stuff like that. You got an articulation point right here. Now, if you're wondering what this is, I was wondering what it was too. You can't put these three together. Instead, this gives it a closed wing look. You cannot give him a closed wing right off the bat. It just doesn't work like that. You can only go up and down with this section. So what they gave you an option to have two types of wings. And there's a joint right in the back there.
And the Muramasas, they're doing damage in the
it's
background.
doing damage in the background as it
over.
should. And we have that. So you take that apart, right? Let's see. Is the camera? Can you angle the camera? Work the camera, Ron.
Work that camera. Work it.
So here's what I was
boy.
talking about: is you have to remove the section. So the middle section can be removed, and you can put in that one, and you have a closed wing Sephiroth.
And
there.
I love that closed wing. That closed wing looks really good.
That looks really cool. Yeah, I think that's about it. You also get 4 extra hands and a stand. So let's come up with a conclusion of this figure. We're going to look at those hands at the end of the video, as we always do. Let's talk about it. Ron, let's talk about negatives. Let's get those negatives out of the way right away.
All right, the negatives are going to be the little bit of sloppy paint application there.
absolutely.
And now I realize I'm ramping it up a little bit from its minor imperfections to sloppy.
You're spending $80. Kind of makes sense why you would.
You would
complain.
like that stuff lined up appropriately there. Right. Kind of looking at the shins on the boots there. Okay. There's kind of the mold lines are a little predominant there. They actually kind of look. Now maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's part of the look. Maybe they're supposed to look like they're stitched up from the front. I haven't the slightest idea.
You didn't play Kingdom Hearts all the way through, huh?
I did not. I did not. But that doesn't mean I can't appreciate a beautiful toy, which is exactly what this is.
It is.
This man is a beautiful man. The paint applications, are they a little off? Yeah, they are, but they still look great on him. The Muramasa, that's an amazing thing there. This gigantic sword.
It's huge.
That,
Look at the size of that.
That folding wing looks great.
My gosh.
Just, I mean, overall, I'm very happy with this kind of figure. It looks great.
I gotta tell you, I've been waiting so long for a 1/12 scale Sephiroth, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy VII, whatever. I'm a huge Final Fantasy VII fan. It's one of the first games I've ever played on the PlayStation. I have so many nostalgic memories. Anything Final Fantasy VII, I'm gonna buy it. I'm sorry. And I have to say, maybe I'm being a little biased. This is just as good as my favorite action figure of all time, which is the Bring Arts Cloud Stripe. Ron might disagree. But you know I think this looks, it's just so cool looking. I can't stop looking at it. It's everything I want in a Sephiroth figure. It just is. I think the only thing that I think would make it even better if you can convert it fully to like a Final Fantasy version. That's the only thing I think they would add, and then I'd pay an extra $20 for that, absolutely. But so far, as a Kingdom Hearts version, oh man, so many memories of fighting this boss over and over because he's so difficult. And I said, I have to have this figure. They never released it. How long has it been now? 20 years. Finally get it. So I'm pretty happy.
Well, let me wipe the spittle off of my face.
Sorry, I got too nostalgic there. Sorry.
Dexter is pretty spot on there. I know I gave my point of view already, but I'm going to just try to echo his sentiments without as much spittle. Is that it's a beautiful figure. It's done very well. The articulation points are purposeful and necessary to allow you to live that nostalgia one more time there. That folded wing looks great. The paint applications are great with the minor flaws. Muramasa looking amazing. Extra hands there to give you a little something else to do. You have a wonderful figure here for a very reasonable price. And where would I get this, Dexter?
You would get this at www.dstartoys.com, your reliable source for awesome action figures. I think that is all we have to say. Yeah, I absolutely love this figure. Go get it there. And yeah, I think that's it. Anything else? All right.
Have yourself a great new year, folks.
Indeed. And we'll see you guys
next time.
Peace.
Sephiroth.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.